All right, greetings, Internet Sojourners, and welcome back. Right now, we are trying to get the Halfling Swashbuckler for the Necromancer Skullcap quest number 6. And at least according to the wiki, I'm in the right spot. And supposedly he spawns at 3 a.m. So we're just waiting out the clock right now. I was going to go look around for something to kill. I don't think I can get experience from anything out here at this point, though. Ooh, he's fast. Look at this guy. Oh, he stopped the buff. That was your mistake. Oh, he's still so fast. He got away. Oh man, that guy got away too. Oh, here we go. This guy looks like an unsuspecting victim. Can't catch me. I'm a quick little skeleton. Dang, that little frog is hitting hard, actually. Kind of beating up on my pet. And I'm wondering, is the next skull cap even good? It's, oh yeah, it's imp +4, mana 5, so it is a little bit better. And then this is the last one that you can get on P99. Int 5, mana 10, some magic resistance, and 1 point of dex, because sure. And then this is the one that I really wish you could get. The 8th rank. It doesn't look like there's a link to it on the wiki. Here it is from Alakazam. Man, Alakazam's always so weird. Like, where's the reward? I always dislike this site. There we go. So this is one, it's not on P99. Dex 3, Int 5, mana 15 with the Heart Flutter effect. And you can't even click Heart Flutter. Like, this site, oh wait, there we go. I was going to say, this site's terrible. I still think it's terrible, but decreases strength by 20, decreases AC by 9, and it's 24 HP per tick. So yeah, that would be nice to get, but they never implemented it. Pestilent Cancer says the next one is even better. Clicky 10-second Vexing Mordinia. Amp Kevin says, weird, my stream didn't auto restart on its own. Yeah, sorry, I have to. I tried at one point downloading the streams and then cutting them up into 30-minute segments, and it took over an hour to render 4 30-minute segments. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. So the easiest solution is just to kill the stream real quick and then start it back up. Pestilent Cancer says Demi Lich Skullcap. That's right, yeah, that's the one you want. Do you know Pestilent Cancer when they implemented that one? Ooh, oh no. I needed that canine. There we go. Those are pretty good. The canine quest is a pretty good quest. Pestilent Cancer says Luklin or POP when they added the Demi-Lich Skullcap. Yeah, that's when they started adding all that overpowered gear. I get you could say Velius, they started adding a lot more overpowered gear, but I feel like they took it to another level further on you go. Three PM, so we have 12 more in-game hours. Yeah, if I could do it all over again, I would have done a lot more leveling in this spot and gotten even more of those canines, because I think I turned in canines at level 49 and I had 80 of them because you can get them in down near for some reason, even though there's no Drollvarg in down there. It makes no sense. But when I turned in 80 of them, I think I got 20 or 25% of a level. And that was at 49. So I imagine if I'd have turned them in at like, I don't know, 39, I probably would have gotten like a whole level from it. And then you get Firiona Vie or Firiona Vie, as M. Kevin pointed out earlier, faction as well. Turns out I've been saying it wrong. I used to call it Firiona Vie. So I used to be all sorts of wrong. But I also called Sal or Sal back then as well. And now it feels really weird to say Sal. Of course, that was back in the days when I don't think I had ever gotten a character past like level 19 either. Is he gonna aggro? Uh-oh. We got a problem. It's a party. It's not really a party. Man, look at my pet. He's such a little Chad. You see how he switched targets so quick? He did like a NFL linebacker move there. Ham Kevin says Chad Muska. I don't know who that is. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl this year. Oops. Ham Kevin says he was a pro skateboarder back in the Tony Hawk days. I actually do a little bit of skateboarding. And now that the weather's warming up, I can't wait to get back out there. I'm not good. Like, I am not good at all. I can't even ollie yet. I can't do a kickflip. I can't do an ollie. I was trying, though. I think it's because I'm old, so I'm, like, scared. Because, like, falling down hurts a lot more now than it used to. I remember I pulled up a video of, oh my gosh, he was one of those, like, OG Lords of Dogtown, like, skateboarding in pools back in the day. And he's like 60 some, maybe he's like 70 years old now. And I pulled up this video of him like skateboarding, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he's still crazy good. And it's so funny to see this old dude. And he's short too. He's like probably 5'1". And he's kind of chunky now. Just seeing him like do crazy stuff on a skateboard. It looks like you're literally watching like Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game where somebody's playing like the old character. And Kevin says, watch one YouTube video, become Rodney Mullen. I did. I watched a YouTube video on how to ollie, and I was like, I'm just afraid to commit to it because I know if I fall, I'm gonna like break my hip. Oh my gosh, why is it making that noise? I'm still gonna get out there and do it though because I do enjoy it. Pestilent Cancer said, I used to be a skate rat. I'm gonna see if I can find that video. And I would not be able to remember what his name was. I think he was on Tony Hawk Pro Skater though. Let's see, what time is it? Slash time. It's 5 p.m. So we still have a little bit more time. Pestilent Cancer says, met a bunch of pros. I remember going to Black Label and Zero Video premieres back in the day. Am Kevin says Bob Burnquist, Rune Glyph. I remember Rune Glyphberg was my that was my Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 character. Because he had the best I think hang time or whatever. Am Kevin, are you just me like 5 years ago? Like me 5 years apart? Ooh, I was about to grab him, but they're too close. The Christ there, yeah. I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. That was a fun game. So when I was a teenager, I've told the story on stream, but I need to fill some time here. So when I was a teenager, I went to my friend's house. He had just gotten an Xbox, like an original Xbox, and I had just gotten an original Xbox. And he had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and I thought it was like the greatest thing ever. So I asked him if I could borrow it, and I borrowed it. And then I went home, and my mom was like crocheting. My mom used to be really into like crocheting little blankets and doilies and stuff like that, and knitting and all that. Uh, I brought Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 home with me, and sorry, I just got another Drollvarg. And I was like, "Mom, play this game with me." And she was like not a video gamer, right? But I convinced her to play with me, and she just kind of like let the character just do whatever. Like she wasn't even really trying. She was just letting it. You know how like on Tony Hawk it'll just go on its own or whatever. Uh, that was at like 10 o'clock at night. I go to bed. I get up the next day. I go to school. And when I come home from school, my mom is like playing the game, and she's actually like kind of decent now. Like she kind of knows what she's doing. And so we played it together again, and then like the next day again, and she kept getting better and better. And then like all of a sudden she's better at it than I am. And then she moved on to like Mech Assault and freaking Fantasy Star Online. And like out of nowhere, I have this freaking gamer mom who's now playing like every freaking Xbox game. And on the Mech Assault leaderboards, she was number 1 for like Capture the Flag or King of the Hill, or she had some Mech Assault top score or whatever. Then she got into Fantasy Star Online, and she still plays PSO to this day. And I showed her the private server, Affinia, and now she's on Affinia like all the time. Like if I ever want to play PSO with my mom, all I have to do is log into Affinia and just like look through the rooms until I find her, because it's like almost guaranteed that she's going to be on there. And she has a level 200 and she's all decked out and stuff. And I don't think she's crocheted a single blanket ever since. Like she totally gave that up that day when I brought home Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I kind of feel bad. I feel like I corrupted her a little bit. And Kevin says Loki Mech OP. I always played the Timberwolf. I'm like a OG Mech Warrior player though. I started with Mech Warrior 2, and I finally beat it a few years ago when I was deployed. And Kevin says Loki or Ragnarok. That's funny. I don't actually remember either of those in there. I think all the mechs in Mech Assault were Inner Sphere mechs. And I was always a clanner. I'm a clan wolf fanboy. Fun fact, this was actually going to be a Mech Warrior and Battletech stream. When I started streaming again, I was like, I can do Everquest again, or I can do Mech Assault, or not Mech Assault, but Mech Warrior. And obviously, you guys know what I chose, but yeah, at one point I was going to do Battletech. Because I really love that universe, but I realized I was way behind on knowing stuff about that like genre compared to MMOs, which I just have like such a crazy background in, all the way back to before MMOs were even called MMOs. Back when they were called graphical muds, which I don't know if a lot of you guys remember muds, but I was a mud player before a MMO player. So I figured my my ability to like comment on things and provide interesting commentary was probably a little bit better here than on a game genre that I love but don't know nearly as much about. But there was a lot of room for like doing cool stuff with BattleTech. Like I wanted to get the board games and start streaming the board game events, like going to local meetups and streaming, painting the miniatures. So like I had kind of this general plan of what I was gonna do, and I even created a Twitch. I don't even know if it's still up. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's actually active anymore. I'd actually created another Twitch account for it, and I think I played like did one stream, and then was like, it's not for me. I imagine that's kind of like EQ. It's probably not a whole lot of people watching either. That'd have to be another homegrown effort. Because let's see, how many people are playing or watching MechWarrior Online right now? Yeah, 56. That's even smaller than EQ. BattleTech, there's not. Oh, BattleTech's got 83. And I figured MMOs are more like you can expand. Ham Kevin says those games are popping off. I don't know what those are. I only played Mech Assault on the Xbox. So MechWarrior Online is kind of like MechWarrior 2 or NetMech, but with like much more modern graphics. They're they were more. They're still kind of first person shootery. You're in a mech and you're trying to take objectives or whatever. There's a lot more strategy and nuance to it though. Versus NetMech was a lot more, or sorry, Mech Assault was a lot more like arcade action. Then a company called Harebrained Schemes took the BattleTech board game and adapted it to a PC game, and it's actually really good. It's a turn-based squad shooter basically with mechs, and then it's got some business management type aspects to it. Like you can salvage parts from the mechs you destroy. You got to pay all your mech pilots. You got to pay upkeep on your ship. And Kevin says sounds kind of cool. Yeah, it is actually really cool. Maybe I'll play it on stream one day just for the heck of it, even though it doesn't fit my motif. It's got a lot of really good emergent type moments because like for example, I had one battle where we were like losing, and if you let your pilots die, you lose them forever. You can reload a pass save if you really want to like save scum it, but yeah, we were down. I was about to lose all four of my pilots, and there was this giant mech that we were fighting, and as a Hail Mary, I sent my smallest mech to go sprinting in and like punch the back of the mech, the giant mech that was kicking our ass. And it had like a 20% chance to even connect or something crazy. It was like really low. So I'm like, just do it, man, just go. And he goes sprinting in and it connects. And not only does it connect, it like critical hit. And then it forced his reactor to melt down or something. So this like little tiny mech goes running up to a huge mech, punches him in the back, hits him just right. So his reactor melted down and he blew up and we won. I was like, okay. Good job, dude. You saved the day. And then I do really like the business aspects of it too. It's kind of fun to manage your finances and buy new mechs. All right, how much time do we got? It's 9 p.m., so we got 6 in-game hours. That's 5 minutes. And I definitely don't want to miss this guy spawning. Because I don't want him wandering off. But he hasn't spawned yet. Ooh, that guy's gonna give experience. We need to kill him. Yoink. We'll give him an extra dot. Help the pet out a little bit. Because the pet and him are probably pretty close to the same level. I'm actually surprised the root wore off there. Neutral Rocket says, damn, chat bugged out on me. It might have to do with the fact that I restarted the stream 30 minutes ago to save the video. We're just camping here and hoping that the Halfling Swashbuckler spawns right in front of us. And I just keep checking with the pet to see if he's spawned yet. And Kevin says that would be nice. Yeah, I'm actually not super hopeful that that's actually going to happen. I think we're probably going to run around and look for him for a while. Hopefully we find him before he despawns. I got my experience bar ticked up 1% when I killed that Grolvarg. That was surprising. Would be nice to have like track. Wonder what he wants. What are you looking at, Ton Warrior? You want some of this? You don't want none of this. Zasanab is gonna mess you up. That's right. Keep walking. Keep moving, scrub. You guys are getting a sneak preview to the 24-hour stream when I get tired and don't know what to talk about. I can only imagine what I'm going to be like 12 hours in. Oh, this guy will give experience too. Kevin says, LOL, I'll be here to keep you company. I appreciate that. Maybe I'll get some European viewers. Kevin says, I can stay up for 24 hours like it's nothing. I get it from my dad. He doesn't sleep. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm going to be hurting. And then the whole next day, I'm going to be worthless. Probably 2 days. It's probably going to take me like 2 days to recover. I'm going to feel like I'm hungover. I haven't drank in 3 years. I went for a 12-mile ruck 2 weeks ago, and it took me like 4 days to recover from that. Like, I didn't even want to get off the couch. I think I still streamed. Yeah, I still streamed Saturday, but I was hurting. Kevin says, yeah, that would kill me too. Neutral Rocket says, I would love to, but wife would be aggro. Yeah, don't jeopardize your relationship. I'm actually surprised my girlfriend hasn't popped in here and been like, you're still streaming? I think she's studying. She's getting ready to take like a dental assistant exam. And then she has a driving test tomorrow. She's doing all kinds of stuff. I've been teaching her how to drive. It's like it was really scary at first. And Kevin says, damn, making moves, good for her. Yeah. She's doing good. She's been on the up. I was telling her like I was really wanting her to get into a job where she's going to have better benefits and a little bit more of a steady schedule. And she was interested in dental, so I was like, do it, you know? So she went and signed up for like a dental assistant school, and she's been going every Saturday. Come on, Swashbuckler. Spawn. Spawn. I wonder how much leveling I can get done in a 24-hour stream. I imagine at some point I'm going to want to level on like really easy stuff though, because I'm just going to be so tired. I'm not going to want to be doing something crazy. I'll be like fearing myself and doubting myself, and like I don't think I'll be any good for charm killing or anything like that after 12 hours. I log on the next day and I'm like, man, I deleted all my gear. Why am I level 12? Okay, 2 more in-game hours. Hopefully he spawns. That's like a really small spawn window if he's only up from 3 a.m. till daytime. I'm hoping that the comments that I saw were accurate and it's not like a placeholder thing. Yeah, he should be, if it is to be believed, he should be coming in soon. And then it looks like for the 7th rank skull cap, I'll need to go back to... Oh, I'll need to go to Mines of Nurga. And Emerald Jungle. And then I'll have to go back to Dalnir to put it all together. The ASAG says, I've killed this guy before. He drops a full set of rogue armor. Do you happen to remember where he was? Where you found him? Because so far he's eluding me. The ASAG says, no, I was running through and I saw him. Sorry, no worries. It's all good. Neutral Rocket says, when I got him, he was pathing near some statues and a cliff. For either of you or anybody else who's killed him, did you see him during the day as well, or was it only at night? If you can remember that. I know I probably wouldn't remember a detail like that, to be honest. Neutral says it was day for me. Okay, that's a good sign. I guess it could be a good or a bad sign. Good if he's a static spawn, bad if he's a placeholder spawn. But it's 2 a.m. According to the wiki, he spawns... Or actually, I don't think it was according to the wiki. It was according to Alakazam. He spawns at 3 a.m. Neutral says T99 may be different. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. I'm worried he's not going to follow the Alakazam spawn rules. Here comes a giant. I don't really want to fight anything because I'm hoping he spawns very shortly. Neutral says, but he should show up when checking with the pet. Yeah, that's what I'm like spamming it right now. Okay, it's 3 a.m., but he's not showing up. The pet definitely he's definitely not reporting back. Oh, wait. Okay, I just had it wrong. The wiki says he's called a Halfling Swashbuckler, but I typed just Halfling Swashbuckler. So he's up somewhere. Of course, it's got to be nighttime, and it's kind of tough to see. I wonder if he's been up this whole time. Ah. We're just going to go invis. Neutral says try around the cliff area. Okay. Maybe over here? Neutral says, yeah, I was up top. Okay. I am furiously mashing my tab key. Maybe we'll run into him. Neutral says he probably paths across the whole zone. That's what I was thinking. It's going to be like when I need to do the old sub key. And we're just going to be running circles for hours. Neutral says he's small and dark, so hard to see in the dark. Yeah. It's a needle in a haystack. I'm thinking that he's probably been up this whole time and I just had his name wrong, but I'm pretty sure the wiki said his name was a Halfling Swashbuckler. I should have checked sooner. That's bad on me. But I'll run a few laps just see if we can find him. It'll be daytime here soon, so that'll help. This song reminds me of playing Team Fortress. Team Fortress Classic. I don't know, Neutral, did you ever play TFC or did you only play TF2? I went through a big Weezer phase as like a freshman in high school. Neutral says TF2 was my first TF, and Kevin says TF2 was so good. I I played more TFC than TF2, but I felt like they were pretty good. Kevin says, you know, you can just call me Kevin, right? But you're Kevin. Or are you AM Kevin? I probably should have determined this earlier, considering you've watched like hundreds of hours of my stream at this point. Kevin says, I am. I think, therefore, I am Kevin. Kevin says, because the other variations were taken. Oh my gosh. That scared me. Oh man. My invis wore off. Neutral Rocket says, imagine Kevin is actually Jeff. I don't know. I think Kevin has a better ring to it than Jeff. Jeff is very plain. I almost named my son Kevin, believe it or not. I won't say what his actual name is. It's not Kevin. What's over here? Whose stupid little tents are these? They're little flags. There's a lot of dracnids up here. And there's no Halfling Swashbuckler. I'm going to assume that a swashbuckler likes to patrol a road. That way he can find more sword fighting partners. And I'm going to patrol the road as well. It appears that I have run out of road. Stupid road. You were supposed to help me find the swashbuckler. Oh, we found another road. Man, what drunk person designed this? Like, they went all the way this way, and then they were like, shit, we're off. And then they came over here and started again. Some drunk Ixar. Yeah, I'm gonna go down by Firiona Vie. Neutral Rocket says, yeah, the designers were definitely drunk. I meant like in the in-game, uh, the in-game Ixars that put these roads together back in the... You stink. Go away, Pilgrim. Oh my gosh. Look at her trying her hardest to hit me. Ah, there's another one. I forgot they can see invis. But yeah, the designers of actual EQ, Loving Robot talks about it a lot. Like they were just on like no sleep and basically like building this game, partying, and playing this game or playing other games. Oh, I saw this halfling. Oh, it's a dwarf. Whatever. I saw him and I got excited. Somebody's whooping a drachnid's ass down here. What is it? That's not a halfling. That's a pilgrim. Jeez, there's like it's like a big melee down here. Pilgrims fighting goblins, arachnids. There's a pirate. Go Firiona Vie. It was such an impressive city to see for the first time in this game. Like back in the day when the graphics were really good. This was like amazing. Neutral Rocket says graphics are still awesome in my opinion. Yeah, I think they have a certain charm to them. And there are still some really impressive vistas. Man, I really want to find this guy before I go to bed, but there's a halfling, but it's a stupid pilgrim. I should kill you just for being a halfling. Wait, that's a dwarf. Ah, get out of here. Feign death failed on me. Pestilent Cancer says, check around the entrance to the Swamp of No Hope. Okay, I'll head up that way. Let me just shuck this pilgrim. Let me juke him. Too soon. Sorry, juke. Pestilent says, not all the way by the entrance. You should still see frogs and crap. Okay. We'll run by the cliffs on our way up there because Neutral said the cliffs were the spot, at least for him. And at least it's daytime, so I can see. And I got my tab target radar going here. I think he knows by now that he's being hunted. There's only a handful of EverQuest streams up right now. And he's probably watched a few of them to make sure nobody's hunting him. And then he came across mine and he was like, yeah, I gotta lay low for a little bit here. Every server is a PvP server if you're a mob. That's a fact. Just trying to look over the cliff and see if maybe he was down there. Dang, that giant's a blue. Not expecting it, to see a blue out here. Oh. Hopefully those guys can't see invis. That one can see invis. Alright, Swamp of No Hope is this way. Yeah, this is where I was earlier. I wasn't exactly running around though, because I was under the impression that he spawned at 3 a.m. So hopefully we'll run into him. I feel like a while back I actually saw him, but at the time I didn't know that he was a quest mob. And I feel like I saw him up here by this giant fort. Here's this guy. Quinn the Outlander. Am Kevin says, sorry, I'm probably gonna call you Am Kevin by habit now. Kevin says, I used to love The Offspring. This was one of my first albums ever. Me too, actually. Americana. I had this and Green Day. Dookie. And man, I wore that CD out. I wore this one out too, or that Offspring album out. Yeah, welcome to Americana. Neutral Rockets, man, you are not afraid to be vulnerable. Neutral Rockets says one of my first albums was Aqua. The Barbie girl. That's too funny. Yeah, I had the Now That's What I Call Music CD that had all those songs on them. The very first one. It had like Fastball, friggin' Radiohead, Harvey Danger. I'm such a nerd. One of my first CDs was the Final Fantasy 5 and 6 soundtrack. Man, where is this guy? He's killing me. What time is it? 10:30. Oh. Like I need to go to bed, but I just want to find him. Stupid EverQuest, man. It gets you. It's like a freaking drug. It's like, nah, man, you don't need to go to bed. Bed is boring. Don't you want to find the halfling? Think of that dopamine hit you'll get when you find the halfling. Please don't be seeing Viz. You are seeing Viz. Oh, he ignored me. So I heard on actually I didn't hear it. I read it on a forum post that supposedly the reason why mobs aggro or don't aggro when there's a big level difference is like based on their intelligence, like their intelligence stat. I don't know how true it is, but that was in like a really old comment from when they first were developing the game. It was made by a developer. Stupid pirate. I thought you were a halfling. Let's see, I could do a little test here. I can summon a skeleton and see if he's still up or if he despawns during the day. Neutral says try around the mud hill and the giant hill. Okay. Oh yeah, he's still up. I wasn't doubting your memory, Neutral. I just had to know for sure. Okay, we're gonna head back up to the giant fort area. I would rather camp a spawn for twice as long than to do this without Spirit of Wolf. Neutral Rocket says, would you do down near again or this? I would do down near in a heartbeat. I've been a prisoner of down near for so long that I now love it. I'm like one of those hostages that doesn't want to be freed. If I could do a solo self-found down near only run, I would do that. Where is this Mud Hill? Is that what you're referring to as Mud Hill? I don't know what Mud Hill is. Okay. Neutral says yeah. Where is the swashbuckler? Okay, so I feel like a pretty good route would be like the Mud Hill down to the cliffs and then back up to Swamp of No Hope. Because Neutral said he was around here. ASAG said he was up by Swamp of No Hope. So I'm assuming that when they saw him, I'm assuming that he kind of paths down by the cliffs. And then Pestilent Cancer says check around the other swamp zone line as well. Okay. All right, I'm going to try one more lap. And then I am going to have to call it because I've got to take my girlfriend to do her driving test in the morning. So hopefully that sometimes that's the cue for the game to give me what I want. Because if you guys remember when I got the Visceral Dagger, I camped that spawn for 5 hours. And on the very last possible spawn, when I was like, I need to go, I got to go pick my girlfriend up from work, there he was. So here's the other zone line. I did see a pilgrim walking clear up here. Yeah, look at that. He's a long way up here. Nothing else is up here. Neutral says he probably ran past him at night. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's a halfling. He's going to be hard to spot. Oh, scared me. Neutral Rocket says hiding behind a rock, no doubt. Pestilent Cancer says you're about where I found him. Okay. So I feel like we've kind of narrowed down a good search pattern here. So if I don't get him tonight, then next time I get on here, we have a good route to run. And Pestilent Cancer says he may roam the whole zone for all I know. Yeah, even if he does, if I'm running a route that is covering half of the zone, it'll take some time, but I'll run into him. Neutral says, yeah, I think this is a good route to check. Yeah, we're getting back over towards the giants now. There's that stupid pirate. I'm kind of trying to pay attention to where the pilgrims and the pirates path, because I feel like they're similar. I forgot I wasn't in Viz. I feel like there's similar types of enemies, so they may follow a similar path. Neutral says, I saw him around here as well. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. My mistake was just sitting in one area and not running around. So I'm gonna check Cliff one more time in the mud hill, and then I'm gonna call it. Man, why is this guy so hard to find though? Seriously. Give me my dopamine, game. Oh wow. That's a huge train. Maybe the bard scooped him up. Look at these. Crazy bard. Okay, so we've determined that he's not like a nighttime only spawn, and we've narrowed down a decent route to run. So I'm sure we'll find him. But that's going to have to wait for another day. Unless he materializes around this pillar. There he is. No, I'm just kidding. Made you look. Everybody that was looking away from the screen. All right, folks. Really appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much. I'm always grateful to have you guys here. And I will be back on Saturday from 12 to 4 Mountain Time. And we'll continue looking for the elusive Halfling Swashbuckler. Thank you all again, and